guys, and welcome back again. We're just going to touch on our next two stops after Esperance.
The next stop was Ravensthorpe on our way to Hopetoun. Ravensthorpe is kind of like a little bypass town. It is on the main highway.
It wasn't really somewhere that was on our radar, but due to the lack of accommodation in Esperance, being January, so school holidays, everything was busy, and not being able to get into Hopetoun for a week, we decided we'd just stop at Ravy for a week.
Which is a good idea, I think. In the end, it was pretty good little town. There's good things to do there, like the Ravensthorpe Ridgetop Drive. It was a good little drive. Some sections, they do say it's four-wheel drive only. Some sections you could get away with even a two-wheel drive for most of it, but some sections maybe just you need the clearance.
We ran along the top, down a big hill at one stage, I remember, past an old vineyard, so there's lots of little spots to stop and see, and history and that along the way. It also runs along the motocross track, so you keep seeing all these flags and side tracks. Don't take them, they're for the motorbikes.
Yeah, we did do a bit of a side track just up to the top of the hill where the
the radio towers
the radio towers was, and the view from up there is probably the best view from the whole area.
Yeah. I wouldn't go up to the towers without a four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
that kind of hill, you definitely wouldn't do it in a two-wheel drive.
That little section definitely.
There were a couple of other little drives. The tourist information at the museum there, they'll have them, but we only did the ridge top. There is an art trail, a farm gate art trail. We saw some of that on our way to Hopetoun, and we went out and found more of it when we were staying at Hopetoun. But a lot of it was, you know, might be 20 k's out of town to the west or back to the north, and so it's fairly well spread out. But you could spend a day driving around finding all of that.
Yeah. And even in town, you know, there's a bottle shop and post office and everything you need, really.
Yeah,
so.
a little supermarket, cafe. There's a lolly shop, there's a museum, so there's a little bit to do. The caravan park itself was small, and it was very much a drive-in, pick a site. The office is only open for a couple of hours every day, and you go over and fix them up then.
Yeah, it seemed to be quite a few long-termers there.
It was still quiet. They weren't loud and they weren't rowdy, the people, the miners and that were there. So it was still a nice little quiet park.
Yeah, we quite enjoyed it. If you get in early enough, because you do just pick your own site. There's a little, like a creek or dam down the front of the caravan park that you can park up. It's got some green grass there, so.
Yeah, we had kangaroos come visit at night and nice sunsets going on behind us. So it was quite a good little stop in the end. I think we were kind of happy we did stay there.
Oh, it's a good little town, like, especially if you're just waiting for a beach spot somewhere, like getting into a park down by the beach, then it's a good spot to stop. And if you just need a rest or whatever, it's good for an overnighter.
But Hopetoun's only, it was like half an hour away or something, so that's half an hour to get to the beach there.
And there's heaps of like national park, beach camps and stuff, not too far, like in between there and Esperance. So
yeah, you could go Bay and
go for some four-wheel drive trips into there. Yeah, Ravy's a good little. It probably is just an overnighter, really.
While we were staying in Ravy, we were considering going to Stokes Inlet for camping there, so we did a backtrack towards Stokes to have a look. wasn't quite what we were looking for, so we decided not to stay there.
Yeah, we did go in and have a look at Stokes Inlet just to see what it was about, but yeah, I don't know, it'd probably be good, but...
It was a national park. We were a bit concerned some of the sites might have been a bit small to try and get a caravan in. You didn't really have water views from any of them, not that we had water views in Ravy either though, so... And the other thing was, because I was still working, we were going, internet, and they says there's internet, but when we got there, it wasn't great internet, so I probably couldn't have worked from there, so we decided to stay at Ravy.
That's the one tricky thing we've found with Deb needing internet for work, is just finding spots with reliable internet. So if you are hitting the road, just be wary of that, because not all places, some may actually tell you that it is good, but when you get there you'll find out it's no good. So.
And I mean, we do run a night gear, is it night gear?
Telstra Nighthawk.
Telstra Nighthawk, and we have a self-fire booster on the caravan for it as well.
And yeah, some places you just can't get in.
Yeah.
The big thing we found with the self-fire is if there's no signal, it won't boost it. It needs some signal to boost.
So after going in and having a look at Stokes Inlet, we decided we'd also head out to a little place called Skippy Rock.
Yeah, we knew this was four-wheel drive only to get in. I had read some reviews saying that it was soft at the start and then it wasn't too bad after that. That is 100% true. There is one section that I would let your tyres down. We did anyway. But yeah, you definitely let your tyres down going in. There's just that one section at the start, and then after that there's just a couple of ruts here and there along the track. Other than that, we did it in the Prado easy. So
there is a campground there. I don't think it's a caravan one. You can take campers, rooftops, tents, swags, anything like that. Again, I don't know that you would drag a caravan through the soft stuff.
If you've only got a little one, you'd probably be alright. But yeah, we wouldn't take ours in there.
The campsite's very small too, so yeah, if you had a big rig, there's no way you're getting in there, and then you'd be struggling to find a spot to stay.
Ocean blue, every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view, walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need. It's in these moments with words unspoken, my eyes wide open, life tastes so sweet. It's in these moments where all I know is coming into focus, and now I see. It's in these moments. Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night, with the stars aglow. Heaven's up above, got me below, as I head to you, like the river flows, walking slowly.
Okay guys, so this is just down the road from Stokes Inlet. We come down here, it's a four-wheel drive track to get in. Probably wouldn't bring a van in here, the sites aren't that big anyway, but have a look at these beaches though. And we went down for a snorkel on the beach at Skippy Rock. It's a beautiful beach, but the sand is soft as hell to walk on, and snorkeling we didn't really see anything, so there was definitely, I think we might have seen one fish and that was about it. We didn't see much at all, so we didn't stay in there for very long.
But it was definitely a nice little beach, some rocky outcrops and stuff to go and have a look at rock pools and that sort of thing.
Good fun drive in too.
Yeah, and good drive in. On the way out, we took a little sidetrack to Torrinup Inlet, which is part of a canoe trail, I think it was.
Yeah, kayak trail, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, got to the end of that road. Again, the tyres were down anyway, so we just left them down. It wasn't that hard a trip in.
Yeah, and it wasn't a very long trek from the road into Skippy Road anyway.
But when you got to the end, there was just enough room probably to turn around and not much else. You wouldn't be able to camp there. I don't think you're allowed to camp there anyway. And the inlet was quite nice though, and you could see it run through. You could see it out to the ocean, but there was a sandbank.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
We drove, Deb did a mission to drive down to Hopetoun. It wasn't that far, but the road is pretty tight when you're towing a caravan, so I think she was regretting actually deciding to drive that day.
That and the wind. It was a really windy day. It was like, why did I say yes, I'll drive?
But that's okay, she got us there safely, so all good.
Hopetoun Caravan Park. We didn't stay at Wavecrest, we actually stayed at the Hopetoun Tourist Park, which is right down on the beach and in the town. It was a great little park. People have said, like, we read reviews and everybody was saying, oh, you've got to find your spot, and you know, it's a bit of a nightmare. And I don't know whether it was just because we were there again, January school holidays, it was busy, but we got given a spot, so we found it quite easy, and we actually think we got a bloody good little spot.
Yeah, it was right next, so we had a cabin on one side which was kind of people going in and out. It wasn't full the whole time, and then even the other side was one site that was not much better, or not much different, so, but only downside there is it's all dirt. We love Hopetoun Caravan Park, it was great. Because in Hopetoun, being so close to the water, the wind is just constantly like 40 k's an hour, it's out of control. Where while you're in this caravan park, you're sort of in a gully, so there's no wind in there whatsoever.
Because I finished work at about 2 o'clock, we would leave and think, oh, we'll go for a drive because it's beautiful, it's not real windy, and as soon as we drove out of the caravan park, it's blowing a gale.
It was windy there too.
The other thing that Ben absolutely loved, and so did I, was straight out of the Hopetoun Caravan Park for a sunset. So you just drop down onto the beach and you can watch the sun go down behind East Mount Barren.
We were at the opposite corner to where you can get down onto the beach. And it
might have taken us 2 minutes, maybe not even.
Yeah, it was probably from the caravan, it might have been 100 metres, but from the edge of the campground, it's like 15-20 metres and you're right on the beach. So. And it's one of the primo spots in Hopetoun to sit there and watch the sunset. So. I fell in love with Hopetoun.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that little town. It's hardly, well, there's hardly any businesses there. It's not a big place.
We were staying, I think, 7 days. We extended it. We stayed 2 weeks in the end.
Yeah.
It was a great spot. We found that there was so much to do in Hopetoun. You had West, was it Fitzgerald National Park?
Yeah, and Fitzgerald National Park is absolutely stunning. If you haven't been there, you really need to do it.
Yeah. A few snakes in the park. We did see just driving along the road, a few on the edges of the road and stuff. Again, summer to be expected, so just be mindful of that if you're heading there.
And people say that it's really expensive to get in there, but like we were there for 2 weeks, and we have a year pass.
It's the parks pass.
Yeah, it's the parks pass to get in, but we have that, and I think we drove back to the national park nearly every day.
I think so too.
We got our money's worth on our national parks pass, because we've got the yearly one. We've got our money's worth just in that 2 weeks, I think. So
I think it's like $15 a day. There is a national parks campground right near Barren's Beach called 4 Mile, and you can stay there. We again had a look. We were considering it. Again, no internet, couldn't work. I really hate working sometimes. But it was a nice little spot. Again, you'd have to have your parks pass to get in there.
Take you home with me. You're playing, can't go for reading your message. No, I'm not here for your show, wasn't asking. But I've been putting what you're taking. I've been sipping cause I'm making no regrets, I'm not insistent. Just gonna be what you were, I'm not missing you, yeah. I'm fucking down with all the shit you told me. Just to grant that I met you, damn you hold me down. All my fortune's just been wasted or gone. Oh, you made me feel low. You thought there's a cure, I went and let you be. Now I know for sure I don't wanna take you home with me. I don't wanna take you home with me.
So we did attempt to have a snorkel at Barren's as well, and
there's some great rock structures down one end. Like it was this beautiful big long beach. You'll see, we'll put it in the pictures. And there's awesome rocks down the other end. And we'd seen people snorkeling in there, and we thought we would have a crack at snorkeling.
Yeah, just be careful of the current going through there, because it was trying to rip us straight back out to the ocean. So we gave up pretty quickly.
Got in on one side and ended up on the other in a flash.
I don't know if we just timed it badly or what, but yeah, we weren't going back in there.
It's a stunning beach. We went there for a sunrise as well, which was just incredible.
Best sunrise I've seen so far. We've put some pictures and some video in of that sunrise, sorry. It's amazing.
Most of the national park is sealed, so that's good. It does turn to dirt. We went as far as, what was that inlet called?
Hammersley
Inlet,
yeah,
which was quite low, but it was quite nice. It would have been really good to see it when after a good rain with a lot of water in it. And that was all sealed as far to there, but after that there were a couple of places we wanted to go, but we had read reports that the road was that bad it was not worth it, and people had gone so far and turned around and drove back again because the road was just so heavily corrugated. So there's East Miley's and Miley's. We went for a look at both of them. Again, it was in the afternoon. It was really windy, so we didn't stay there for very long. Did see a kangaroo at Miley's Beach,
Yep.
just sitting up in the dunes, watching the waves like we were. So that was pretty cool.
We didn't stay on Miley's for too long though, because it's really open and it was really windy. So.
Just you and me with the skate girl tonight.
West Beach and Cave Point, they're both at the same turn-off. If you go up the hill, you'll go to Cave Point, which you sort of walk out. It's a walking trail out to a rock stack.
It's not a big walking trail.
No, or you can walk over, there's like a bridge on the left-hand side. You stand on this bridge and you can see through the ground, which Deb absolutely loves.
With water? No.
As you'll see, because I'll put it in the video. Yeah, she's not the best over water, but anyway. So she's standing over the bridge trying to take a photo, but Cave Point actually is, you stand at the top of the bridge and you can look down, sort of got to look down to your right, and there's a cave.
In the cliffs.
Yeah, just at the base of the cliffs.
I apologise, it's not glamorous.
But
also, my defence was I had my hat between my legs because I didn't want it to blow off, and he went, no, no, no.
Excuses. Anyway, yeah, so Cave Point's pretty good. You can do a walk from the Cave Point down to West Beach as well. So
yeah, we did that too. That wasn't hard.
Yeah, have a crack at that too.
Yeah.
Because there's some beautiful rock faces and stuff down there to have a look at.
At West Beach, yeah, it was stunning. West Beach in the Fitzgerald National Park is pretty specky, really. Ben's off down the way having a fish. I'm out, of course, with my camera. And man, just check out these rocks. How stunning are they? So, persistence is paying off. There he is out there having a fish. I've just come back from a little wander and look what's in the bucket. Yay, our first fish. Who knows what sort it is and whether we can eat it. Look at this happy hunter-gatherer, everybody.
Finally caught one.
We finally got a fish in the bucket. Just got to find out whether we can eat it, fillet it.
Jeff's got that under control.
All the important stuff. Good job, mate.
While we were in the national park, we decided we'd do a hike up East Mount Barren, which is about 4.3 k's or 3.4 k's, I think, one way.
It was tough.
Yeah, it was grade 4, which it is a bit of a struggle to get up to the top.
It was up, but once you got up, then there was a trail along the top, which wasn't so bad. Like, you could happily just go along that.
Yeah, it was very rocky.
The views were amazing once you got up there, but yeah, getting up, there's a little boardwalk at the start, and then after that, you're on your own.
And we're not hikers by any means, so.
Lots of rocks, rock steps, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good test. But
we made it.
We did it. We got almost to the top, and then it was just the climb got a bit too much for us. So we turned around and went back down.
Yeah, we got to a point along the top where it was massive rocks to try and climb up, and I was just not able to do that. Ben might have been able to, but there was no way in the world. And there was no marker, so we weren't even really sure if that's where people were going. So we just decided to turn around and head back.
Yeah. Yeah, now we don't go too stupid with that sort of thing, so...
We know our limitations.
Yeah, that's... We did it.
It was a great walk, and you know, if you're even halfway fit and you think you can do it, do it. It was amazing. You had to time it too, because if it got real windy, you wouldn't want to be up there. And we'd seen days where it was just covered in cloud as well, so you sort of had to go, there's no trees for shade, so you don't want to be there when it's really hot. But
Things like that are good to do for exercise while you're on the road too.
yeah, and we did get up and go early one morning, so I think
Yeah.
we were up and down. Oh, it was Australia Day actually. We were up and down before lunch.
Plan for rain as well, because it can get a bit rainy when you get up to the top, so the conditions can change pretty quickly, and it
Yeah.
can be pretty windy, so just pick your day.
Yeah, but it was great.
Yeah, we were glad we made it.
Yeah, surprise.
Deb was definitely
Very
relieved
happy.
when she got to the bottom.
I think going down was worse for me than going up.
Yeah.
What are we doing today, dear?
Going for a drive.
Where are we heading?
No, we're going out to Munglenup Beach. I think we're going to stop somewhere first, so Mason's Bay or something.
Mason's Bay, Starvation Bay. We're going to take the old coast road. I would shine the GoPro out the window, but it's pretty disgusting at the moment, so I'll try and film some out the door as we go. On the way, the road was dirt and it was
Extremely
corrugated. We
corrugated.
did have to stop and let our tyres down. I enjoyed it, and on the way we found Mason's Bay and Starvation Bay, which were stunning spots, council run campsites at
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, it would have been good to go back there actually and stay at Mason's. I
Yeah.
think Mason's is pretty nice. But
So I think they were like $11 or $14 a site. So whereas national parks are like $11 per person, this was however many people you've got on one site. That's how much. There's toilets. There were dump points. It was they were both set up really, really well.
yeah, it looked pretty nice.
They were great. So we stopped in at there and then continued on down to Munglenup.
Munglenup was busy.
There's a campground there as well. Not a lot of space. And there were people everywhere. The campground was full, the car park was full.
Yeah, it's obviously a popular spot, that one.
Yeah, there is another caravan park, but it's like 5k's back out on the dirt road.
It's the Munglenup Beach Caravan Park or whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's about
it's nowhere near
5k's.
the beach.
5k's away from the beach. So.
The big reef there is incredible. It is a big rock pool around, so you can get in, you can swim, and you are safe.
It's a good spot to go for a snorkel. That's for sure, and there was heaps of people out there snorkeling and paddle boarding and all that sort of stuff. So.
And fish. There were so many fish.
Yeah, I've chucked a few in the video. There's quite a few there, so it was a good spot for a snorkel because it was nice and calm too, and it was a sunny day. So
yeah, would have liked to have gone back. Well, you know, next lap around, we'll stop and do it again.
might even stay there next time.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't hit you back when you called my line. Or did you even need to talk? Are you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away. I'm looking for space. Look at my space. I'm healing from my
as we came over from Raby, there's a farm gate art trail. So we decided from Hopetoun, it was a stinky hot day, what better way to spend it than in the car, driving around with the aircon on.
Here we go.
What a twit, hey? Look at it.
Me over. We followed some of the art trails, so most of it was on the main road, a couple tucked down residential streets and stuff, but it was all pretty easy to get to, with the exception of one that took a bit of a dirt road detour, but I think it was my favourite. I was so glad we did it, the possum.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I was so happy we did that one.
There's a bit of a corrugated road to get out there, but it's not too bad. It's just a fair way to go.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I said that was my favourite one. What one was your favourite one?
I don't know, that kettle was pretty good, because the
Oh,
satellite
yeah.
the satellite dish sticking out of the kettle was actually pretty good, but I didn't mind the truck either.
The truck was good.
Yeah, I think we found all of them. I'm not 100% sure if we did, but I don't think we put any pictures in for the Christmas tree one that was there as well.
Oh,
so.
we did go past it, but I don't think we stopped to take pictures.
No,
of it.
because I think we did that a couple of days earlier when,
Yeah.
when we were out doing something else. Mount Barren sunrise again. I've put this at the end of the video because it's probably the reason that I'd actually stay in Hopetoun. Barren's beach is it's the best beach that I've found so far.
I think it was tucked around a corner too, so even when everything else was really windy and lots of big waves, Barren's was reasonably calm. Yeah.
But just having the mountains in the background when you're looking down the beach, it's so stunning, and then to have that sunrise on the opposite side is even better. So yeah, just take a look at the sunrise and let us know what you think. But it was amazing. It's totally worth getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to take the
Just
sunrise
drive
pictures.
around there.
I don't wanna let you go. I don't wanna let you go. Nah. Tell me what you want to know. Run your fingers down me slow. 'Cause you're in my head. You are. 'Cause you're in my head. 'Cause you're in my. What you think? What you think? 'Cause you're in my. What you think?
If you're umming and ahhing about Hopetoun, I reckon go. I would, like I said, Ben would go back and live there in a flash if we weren't only just starting on the
Yeah, I
travels.
love the small little communities. I hate big cities and that sort of thing. So
It had everything you needed: IGAs, takeaways, pubs. Like there's a free camp there along the foreshore. It is only a 24-hour free camp, so you can't stay there forever. 2 caravan parks. Wavecrest is out of town, and it's still a developing caravan park from what I can see.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle shop's a little expensive, just for those that need to know. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's a good little town.
Yeah. Totally recommend it.
Great little beachside community. Plenty of fishing. Yeah, it's all there.
Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've liked our lovely surrounds here. We're at the Channels in Walpole, but you'll get to see more on that a bit later on.
Yeah, it's trying to rain its guts out, but that's what we do. We bring the rain.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Cheers.